Hey, friends. Happy Monday. I am Abby, and I'm committed to providing you with nuggets for righteous living through a deeper dive of God's Word. I was going to say we're almost halfway into December, but that'd be stretching it a little bit. But we are at December 11th, and you and I are still here. And we are still marching boldly, confidently, consistently. Can't think of another word. Um, Towards 2024, releasing all those things that would tie us up, that would tie us to this world, that would come in between us and God, that would not allow us to live fully in our purpose, to not hear properly from God, and to not have spiritual eyes to see Him at work in everything that we do. So, as part of our Reset 2024, we're shedding something every day. And today, we are releasing people pleasing. You're like, now, how do I get that from the word? You'd be surprised. Um, so, our verse of today comes from Galatians 1, verse 10. And these are the words from the Apostle Paul. And he says, am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I'm still trying to please people, if I were still trying to please people, then I would not be a servant of Christ. Now, isn't that powerful? And isn't it true? There are times in our life where we have to make tough decisions. Am I pleasing God or am I pleasing people? And we live in a world that invites you every single day to do things to win the attention and the approval of other people. I heard a interesting snippet from Denzel Washington, and he was saying that we live in a time where it has gotten beyond where people are trying to win attention and likes and approvals from people before you could do it, and you had to be in the person's presence or interacting with the person to do it. Now you're trying to get the approval and attention from 12 million people because you're sucked into social media. So on the one hand, I am making reference to that every day, what are you doing? What's driving your actions and your motivation? One of the challenges that I have had with social media is that you can get so caught up in trying to chronicle everything and capture a picture of everything and make sure you share it on social media that you miss out on the moments that are right there. That I will tell you that I have finally gotten to a point where there's so much of life. Now, I still capture it because I believe in creating those memories, but it never makes it on social media because that's not my primary focus for it to be on social media. Now, there are times I like to create a reel so that I have those memories that I can look back on, but I'm not so driven by doing that every single thing has to get caught on social media. So I'm talking about that on one aspect, but I'm making it even more personal when you're dealing with people one on one. And I will tell you as a Christian that this is an area that you will get tested in a lot. People pleasing. You may not even realize that you're falling into people pleasing because often people will try to manipulate you as a Christian. That if you're not somehow buying into everything that they want and need, then you get accused of not being a Christian, not being a real Christian, or not being a good Christian. And we have to remember at the end of the day that we're trying to please God. I am not suggesting that we're not kind to people, that we don't care, that we are not giving, that when we can help someone, that we not help. I'm not suggesting that at all. But there are times when God is taking someone through a season of their life that He may be drawing them closer to Him. He may be trying to build up their resilience and their faith. He may be trying to take them to a place that they seek Him more than they seek anyone else. And when you're jumping in and trying to fix everything and to do everything, number one, especially if God has not called you to do it, then you're really looking to get kudos or to get applause from that individual, or to please that individual or individuals, right? Because sometimes it can happen with family members. And you're also blocking what God is trying to do in that person's life. And sure, we want to be liked. Who doesn't want to be liked, and who doesn't want to be loved? But what I am saying today, we're giving up people pleasing, meaning that we are so tied to what people think about us, what people say about us, how people are going to be with us, what are they going to tell others about us, that we make that such our focus that we lose God in the mix. Because pleasing people is going to cause a wedge between you and God, because you're so focused on making everybody else happy that you, first of all, not hearing from God. You could be putting your own needs to the side. You could be delaying things and not being obedient to where God is leading you. So all of those things create a wedge. It allows him not to use you, allow you to not be a proper vessel of him. All of the things that we're trying to get rid of, right? So I want you to take a hard look in your own life and pay attention to when you're doing more to please people, because maybe there's something in you that is not fully healed, that it's more important to you to get approval, to get likes, to get wins from other people than it is to stay on the path with God. All right, this is a hard one, so I'll be doing it with you, and it's hard to put boundaries, but we are going to put boundaries and blocks and everything around anything that stands between us and God. Today, we're letting go of people pleasing. Have an amazing day, friends, and stay encouraged, and I'll talk to you soon.